How much are you looking to give for it?
30,000.
This man is asking $30,000 for a bronze burial statue from China's Ming Dynasty, which immediately leaves Chumley in disbelief.
The Ming Dynasty, huh? Yeah, I know I've seen this creature before. Definitely not a real animal.
According to the seller, this statue comes from a Ming Dynasty burial site in China and is more than 500 years old. It was once placed along the sides of a tomb passage meant to guard the tomb's owner. Chumley also points out that pieces like this not only symbolize status and rank, but were also believed to protect the soul of the deceased. Because of that, items like this are very popular in the international antique market.
When I see this, I think this should be in a museum somewhere, you know?
Chumley then asks the seller about the origin of the artifact because he's not convinced it actually comes from the Ming Dynasty. But the seller says he acquired it at a real estate auction and insists that the statue has 22-karat gold inlaid Chinese characters on it. Although Chumley admits that Ming Dynasty artifacts are extremely rare, he still remains cautious because in the antique market, ancient Chinese statues are often heavily reproduced.
You look at this gold paint and you wonder, why isn't the gold paint aging?
Chumley raises two key questions. First, is this statue really from the Ming Dynasty? Second, does it actually belong to a burial artifact? To avoid spending $30,000 on a fake, Chumley decides to bring in an expert for authentication.
It is a very, very unusual piece.
The expert admires the piece at first, but the next thing he says makes Chumley extremely nervous.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
The expert explains that the statue is not Chinese at all, but instead represents a griffin from Greek mythology. This news leaves Chumley very disappointed. However, the expert adds that the statue might date back to the 7th century BC, which is the earliest appearance of the mythical griffin.
So how much do you think it's worth?
The expert smiles slightly and says, "Want to know the final answer? Stay tuned for part 2.